Good morning, guys. I'm here in Panajachel at our office. I felt like I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what's been going on here in Guatemala, what we saw yesterday with the delivery of supplies, and kind of just give you an overall update because so many of you donated to us. So many of you trusted us with your money, from $1 to $500, and I know the people who even donated a little bit, that wasn't easy for you. You don't have extra money to spare at this time, and you chose to, even with that amount, trust us with your funds. So if you have any questions, feel free to put it here. I will leave this live video up for you guys to watch. I have a couple points I just wanted to talk about. One, generally, we're really blown away and overwhelmed with the amount of money we received, and I think I have to honor that by just being completely transparent with you, letting you all know exactly how we're spending it, and making sure that you know it will get to where it needs to go. But I need to make that clear that I am here on the ground. I do know about the Guatemalan community. I know about different corrupt organizations and kind of how to maneuver that. I want you to know that I'm doing my due diligence. I will be making sure that the funds get to exactly where they need to go. Please, feel free to share our Venmo and our PayPal with anybody who's asking. One of the points I want to talk about is please tell people we don't need supplies sent in from abroad at the moment. Supplies in terms of clothing and food. I mean, we have clothing and food here in country. The response that we saw yesterday was pretty much, it was out of control. There is so much food. There are so many kits. There's so much water that has made it to where it needs to go. So if you have specialty items that you can get into the country fast, by all means, please send it. If you need help figuring out how to get it in or an address to send it to, I can give you that, but it is quite complicated. If you know someone traveling down, that would be the best way to put very specific heavy-duty dust masks, very heavy-duty boots, gloves that people can use right now in terms of the search and rescue efforts that are going on right now. If you plan on shipping a box, unfortunately it's not going to arrive. Customs will hold on to it. We heard yesterday that even 3 huge trucks of supplies were coming in from Guatemala City, and they didn't make it to where they needed to go. They were held, they were returned. But we can assure you what we saw yesterday was that supplies have made it to the people in need. And I thank you for being a part of that, because we acted really, really quickly and we got everything over there as soon as possible. I have a couple of points that I want to make sure. I mean, we'll kind of keep you updated on the death toll. I really don't, it's been really horrible and hard to watch. This morning it looked like it was getting close to 100 people that have been found and identified that did not survive, and there will probably be more. If you want that type of information, we can share it with you. Overall, right now we want the professionals to do what they're supposed to do. Leave them to do what they're good at. The bomberos are the firefighters who are the first responders always here in Guatemala, in terms of ambulance and EMTs and things like that. The bomberos are the ones that respond, and they are there and they're doing their job, and we're going to stay off the road. We're not going to cut in their way. We have sent them what they needed, and they're doing the job, and they're doing the job very well. So at this point, we are not sending more supplies, we're not sending food, we're not sending water, we're not sending clothing, we're not sending bedding. We did a whole bunch of medical supplies yesterday. We've been in contact with a few specific clinics that are missing, whether that's insulin or other specific medicines that we are happy to help and provide them with. But yesterday, our friends at Utsbox, who were the ones who were helping us get the supplies where they need to go. Thank you guys. We couldn't have done it without you. They were speaking with female bombero, a firefighter who was there, who was just giving them all the information that they needed, that they shared with us about what supplies they could use and what we can do moving forward. She's very concerned. So I promise you we're talking to the people that we need to be talking to. Today, our friends at UTS are getting maybe close to 300 water filters. Those are things that will be more sustainable and last longer for the families who lost everything. So, you know, they're doing that. We don't want to double up on supplies. That's going to go a long way. The main thing I want you guys to all take away from here is that I promise you we're keeping track of all your donations. You can keep sending them to us and we will use them. But if you look at Puerto Rico, look at Mexico, in a few days the news is, you guys are not going to hear about this anymore. The news is going to be onto another story and no one's going to even remember what's happening here. But we're here, we're on the ground, and we know in a week or two when we can enter into the area, when it's called safe, when there's no more toxins, whatever it is, we will personally go there. We've heard that the government will probably buy land and move the people from that area, meaning that, you know, their crops are gone. There were coffee fields, there were corn fields, there were people's crops, their houses, and this is all that they had. So they lost everything, and that's where we want to enter with your funds. That's where we want to just be patient and hold on to the money that we have right now. It is in a good place. We know there's going to be electric lines that are down. People are not going to be able to get running water. They're going to have to rebuild their houses. They're going to have to rebuild their communities. They're going to have to rebuild roads. The communities will be displaced. They might be placed even somewhere else and start from scratch. So if we can buy cement, if we can pay professionals, their construction workers to go, we can pay their salary, we can send locals who are able to help with those types of things, we will do that, and we have funds to support in that case. So I'm keeping my conversation open to anyone, any other people who know specifics about what is needed, where it's needed. We're here and we're ready. Otherwise, we're going to kind of hold on for a little bit, and when we can speak to those families, when they're going to be heading back to their communities, we will be there to help, and we'll be there to help rebuild physically, psychologically, whatever it is. We will talk to other organizations that are on the ground. Your money is not going to the Red Cross. It's not going to go to larger organizations, but if there are specialty organizations and nonprofits on the ground, I promise you I'm not going to pretend like I know what to do with this money. I will find the correct people in the correct hands of the people working on the ground to get the money there. I'm here, I'm answering messages. If you have specific questions about how your donation is being used, I'm happy to answer. This will kind of be the general takeaway. Your money will go towards relief efforts and rebuilding, I promise you. If you have other information, please send it to me. If you have any other questions, please tell me. We're doing our best. We might not know, I might not know much about building or construction, but I know how to talk to families, and I know how to navigate the Guatemalan political system. So I promise you we're doing everything that we can, and that we are really, really, really grateful for the money that you sent. You surprised me in the most beautiful way. So many people came together, so many people who traveled with us, so many people have visited Guatemala, so many people have family here. A lot of Guatemalans from the States sent us money, so I will honor you, I promise. I'm going to take a second and just look through if anyone left any comments. Yeah, I mean, so many of you donated. I see you. I wish I could tag you all. Like, maybe I will take some time to go through and try and match your Venmo name to your Instagram name. There's a lot of people I would love to shout out to, but it's really all of you. All of you did it together, so thank you. Y tal vez voy a decir unas cositas en español para los que tal vez no entendió todo lo que dije. Al final solo estoy diciendo gracias a ustedes por donar ayudar a la gente y todo lo que está pasando aquí en Guatemala. Estamos trabajando mucho, estamos tratando de ver dónde van sus fondos. Ahorita hay muchos útiles que ya los bomberos tienen todo, tienen agua, tienen ropa, tienen cosas de la cama, lo que necesitan ya tienen, porque todos juntaron y mandaron cosas, entonces es muy bonito, pero la verdad es que no estamos mandando útiles en el momento. Vamos a esperar un rato a ver qué pasa después de unos días, unas semanas, ya todos van a olvidar de eso. Y me imagino que tenemos que construir casas, escuelas, calles. Esto es donde tal vez vamos a mandar los fondos. Estamos esperando un rato a ver con quién comunicamos para ver cómo ayudamos en este proceso de como reconstrucción de las comunidades y todo eso. Entonces, si tienen preguntas en español, me mandan mensaje y yo contesto. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for everything. We're really, really, really grateful. I will talk to you soon. Thanks.